Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too, Jeremy. We've got to stop meeting like this, my friend.
I know. Have we met in person? I'm bad with this stuff. Have we met in
So
person?
I had a chat with you September last year for the new record.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And prior to that, you and I did an interview for like a magazine down here in Australia
But
all the
like
way
in
back
person?
in 2016. It was over the phone. So
Okay, okay. I was gonna say, have we met in person though?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But yeah, no, you're.
But
I recognize that
we are
hand. I
digitally
recognize that hand
mutual,
tattoo.
you know. Oh, thank you. What's good, my friend? What's been going on?
I mean, do you want like a therapy answer, or do you want like
I
a?
want it all. Start from the top. Let's work our way down.
Well, I'm currently not in therapy, so maybe this is the place to do it.
Okay,
No, I
it
mean,
is.
I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm being told by every corner of my life that I need to take a break and do something for myself. You know, like it's one of these things where I have very little time for like me. And that is, I think, starting to weigh on me. And I think people are realizing it too, where they're like, are
Right.
you okay? So that's kind of where I'm at because I'm working a part-time job. I got the podcast, got the label, got the band, got
Yeah.
all sorts of touring. It's just like, yeah. And then so, I'll meet someone who's like, so when do you have time for you? Which might translate to when do you have time for us? So, here we are. Here
I
we are.
mean,
Send me off, send me away. I'll take some time, recalibrate. I'll try anything, anything. If it'll course correct me. I find motive in everything. That's as bad as it sounds. It's why I can't take a compliment without turning.
top of the list there. At least you have friends in your corner who are looking out for you, and to have people in your orbit that can kind of like be aware of what you're doing and be like, "Hey, man, are you good? Like, are you okay? Are you taking some Jeremy time?" Like, that's a precious resource.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I like to hope so, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Or the
Well, I mean,
negative
look,
part of me is like,
I care.
or I appreciate it. I was like, there's the pessimist in me that's just like, or are you just trying to steal my time too? And you're just mad that I don't have it.
Time
I'm kidding.
thieves, get out of here.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay though. I'm okay. I'd rather be busy than not busy. So there's that.
Yeah,
It's a
we
blessing.
talked about this last time. I was listening to our previous chat last night while I was doing prep for this one, and you mentioned the part-time job. You mentioned realizing that you are a workaholic, not too dissimilar
So
to
much
your
has changed.
father. And
Yeah.
I was planning to revisit some of these and be like, so how are things going, man? Are you working through that? And it sounds like it's weighing present on your mind. So
Yeah, it's gotten worse. It's definitely gotten worse. So I'm glad to hear that my life is still in shambles. And but and I board a plane on Wednesday to fly to Germany for 2 shows that I fly home Sunday.
wow,
So
2 shows, like festivals,
2
I'm
shows.
guessing.
Yeah, it's a festival. It's Rock am Ring and Rock I'm Park.
Mm.
Uh we just got sent the schedule. Check this one out. We get off stage at 3:15 a.m. and our flight home, we have to be at the airport at 7 a.m. And it's an hour and a half drive back to the hotel where we can just shower. So
That's fucking
I'm doing
crazy.
good. I'm doing good. I'm
I mean,
doing good.
I hope it's worth it. I hope the Europeans turn up and the Germans turn up and throw down. I guess I don't know.
I mean, we're playing at 2 in the morning. If we get anyone there at all, I'm calling it a blessing. I think Slipknot finishes on the main stage around 1:15. We get any drizzle over from that, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do a cover. Do like, I don't know, People Equal Shit, Jeremy Bolm edition, 3 a.m. edition.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone wants to hear a standard tuning version of that, I don't recommend it.
I would be all here for it, my friend.
Okay, okay. I do know how to play. I know how to play sick on guitar. I know I can do that
Hell yeah.
from my days as a drop B guitar player.
That's sick. I mean,
Yeah.
I would kill to see you either play or sing in a band even remotely close to something like Slipknot, because that seems like just worlds away from Touche. So like
So
I would be there.
I have a side project band called Hesitation Wounds that puts out a record
Great
every now and
band.
again.
Great
Yeah,
band.
thank you. And like that's as close. Like we have, they're not like chug mosh parts, but we have like some mosh parts. And for me, oh my god, it's like so exciting to do. Like we've played like less than 15 shows probably, but like anytime we do and we get to have a part that leads up into a breakdown, I feel like I'm putting on like a cape, you know? It's like I understand the excitement of
Superhero
these
moment. You're
vocalists.
like, fuck
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, but yeah, a mosh band. Like a true mosh band would that come off as midlife crisis for me though?
I
Would it?
mean, potentially, but that is something for you. Because if it's getting your blood pumping, it's filling your cup to get out there and smash some heads, like I say go for it. It's cathartic. Just call it catharsis. It's fine.
It's true. It's true. I am, you know, I have my illusions of grandeur of whatever I do next as a or like in the interim. I like want to do like some sort of a solo thing, but Lord knows I've got the time for it. So
Yes. Yes. Just another thing to add to your
another
very
thing to
open
add.
schedule.
Mhm.
Performance, we're all performing anyhow. Is it enough to call it off and lick our wounds and put us into past tense? Is it enough to call it off and chalk it up to sometimes things don't make sense?
Just really quickly at the top, I wanted to kind of touch on, I guess, the subject of our previous chat, which was the newest record. So when I spoke to you then, the record was about to be released, and we were kind of touching on the recording process and all that sort of stuff. And I won't belabor those details. People can go check out that chat if they want to. I'm after the post mortem, the reflection. The record's out. You've played shows. It's been around for months. I think we're about 9 months out from release. How are you feeling about Spiral in a Straight Line?
I mean, I'm still incredibly proud of it. You know, it's we went on tour. We had started a tour before it was even out, which is not
Ideal.
the best thing you can really do. You know, like it was just, you know, it was we were under the gun with a lot of scheduling stuff. So that was kind of, it felt like a bit of a false start with touring on it. So we were only playing really like the singles off of it. Didn't really know how well it was connecting. Still don't really know how well it connected in the States, other than like the shows that we've played where the, you know, people react to the singles, which is like an amazing feeling. Like, and that's the best feeling in the entire world to have anyone care about those. But then earlier this year, we did a very long European tour. We were over there for like 8 weeks. We played everywhere. And that was an amazing experience because for those shows, because the record had now been out for a few months, we were playing songs and having the audience reacting in a way that was like, oh my God. So like we felt the love there, and we just got to tour Latin America, which was like just like a mind-blowing experience, getting to play a lot of those places for the very first time and hearing the love that the record got there. It's now made me feel like, okay, everything did what it was supposed to do. It feels like it was received really well, but it's, you know, records are getting harder and harder to, you know, sort of resonate with people, with the world that we're living in, you know, like everything is, you know, the word instant gratification was like a big buzzword like pre-COVID, and now we're, you know, things have changed so much in the way people absorb media and all of this sort of stuff throughout the time, that it's like you talk to anybody, or I mean, the proof is in the streaming numbers for like anyone's record for the most part, where you're like, okay, yeah, the first 4 tracks have a lot of listens, and then you look at the bottom few and you're like, less than half of what the other ones do, you know? And that's attention spans, that's all those sorts of things. So it is what it is, and I think everybody's trying to adapt to it. But then you have dinosaur mentalities, like I am happy to say that I have, where like I don't think I'll ever be a band. I don't think I ever want to be in a band that just does singles or like EPs. You know, like I like
You're an
a
album
full
guy.
record.
You're a record
I'm an
guy.
album guy. I'm always going to be an album
Me
guy.
too, man.
So, all my love in the goddamn world to anyone who's listening to this who absorbed the entire record, have listened to it all the way through, because it's always going to be a big piece of art for me and for my band and for hopefully for people who listen to it. But I also have to respect the people that just pop in and pop out, listen to the one or two songs they're familiar with, and just kind of move on. That's okay too. Happy to have
Yeah.
your ears for as long as you're willing to lend them.
There's an instant gratification component, but there's also a saturation component. Like there is
Mhm.
probably more music available to everyone now than like at any other point in human history. So like you're dealing
Yeah.
you're dealing with just like a massive like noise issue of like there's so much stuff surrounding everyone all the time that it's easy to be instantly gratified, but also easy to just get lost in all of that noise, which makes it incredibly hard when you've got a record that's deeply personal that you want to resonate with your fans and your listeners, but like how do you reach them? Becoming increasingly difficult to kind of get it in front of them and be like, "Hey, listen to the goddamn record, please, thank you."
I mean, this is a part in the dust that's going to kick off of me as I say the sentence out loud. But I mean, like, even just open an Instagram,
Ugh,
everything is screaming at you. Like,
yeah,
it's just all reels and it's all background songs on. And, we're guilty of it too, because we all have to play the role of like trying to
sure,
promote whatever it is. So, like,
yeah,
I'm guilty. We're guilty. But
totally,
like, it's just like there's no peace. There's no time to be like, I just want to whatever it is. So,
yeah.
but you're absolutely right. I mean, like everything is at full volume at all times.
I have started just putting my phone on airplane mode sometimes. Just like if I'm in the middle of doing something and I'm like, you know what, I just want like half an hour or an hour of like not feeling compelled to touch it and pick it up and then getting sucked into the vortex of whatever app I choose to open. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn it off. Like I don't turn the phone off. That's too like psychologically taxing, I think. But I just hit the little icon that mutes everything, and then I
Yeah.
just like flip it upside down and leave it and come back to
Yeah.
it. And even that tiny reprieve, one slice of the day is enough to just be like, oh, I can calm the noise down a little bit.
No, absolutely. And I think that's great. I mean, it's I'm at the point where I'm like, well, you said airplane mode. I mean, like when we're on a flight, I do not pay for Wi-Fi on a flight.
No,
I do not do it.
me either.
Fucking give me a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? If this is what it is, I am chill with it. Like, just
Yeah,
let me
totally.
absorb 6 movies in a row.
Yeah, I'm definitely a
So,
movie guy, and I'm like download a playlist to my phone that I can
mm,
listen for the duration of the flight, podcast, whatever it is. But it's like an active listening thing. It's like, all right, you've got this block of time where no one can reach you unless you want them to, and you can
yeah.
probably, catch up on this thing that you've been meaning to catch up on, or like a record that you really like, whatever. But like, this is you time, so just like enjoy it.
Mm, absolutely. My new thing has been audiobooks. I don't know where that
Oh,
places me in life,
okay.
but I am someone who's let me tell you, I can buy a book. I could buy a goddamn book. Can I read a book? Never. So I
Mm.
have a shelf of all of these great books, and I'm like, one of these days, I'm just gonna have the time, and I just know I never will.
Mm.
So I have supported by buying the books, but I'm like, I am now gonna so I listen to so many podcasts, I listen to music all the time, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm only gonna listen to audiobooks now. So that's been my thing this year. So like I'm like 5 books deep already this year just because of audiobooks. So that's been
I,
incredible.
I respect that choice. I have been kind of intransigent on like not wanting to like commit to audiobooks because
Mm.
I think they're too seductive. I like the physical, tactile nature of a book, and I'm a literature guy.
Oh.
Like I got a literature degree at college, so like that's kind of my thing. And I feel like if I commit the cardinal sin of like doing doing the digital books, then like it's a betrayal or something. But
Dude, I
I've dabbled, and the
get
experience
it. Yeah,
is so good. Like long
I
drives,
oh,
perfect, perfect.
I get it 100%. And there's some things that I would never, I mean, I don't even know if they make audiobooks for poetry. They probably do. Why would they not? But like that seems fucked to me. So like,
Yeah.
I have whole shelves of poetry books. Those I will always just use to crack open, get a little slice of something, and then move on with my day. Like that's what poetry has always been for me. Like if I need a little spark in my step, if I need a little feel something like that, I'll just grab one off, read a few, put it back. That's great. But like, have you? I mean, I listened to Heat 2. I don't know if you've seen how fucking it was night. I know how many hours was it? 30 plus hours.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
like that thing makes the Bible look like a short story. So
Yeah,
I was
wow.
like, I'm never gonna read this. I've wanted to know this story forever. So, or like since it's come out. So like that was one of the most enjoyable ways to start off my year was listening to Heat 2.
Overgrown. I can't use my words 'cause I was never shown. And now I sit around and find new ways to sing your praise. One last look, I'm misty-eyed. What I give.
I haven't done Heat 2 only because
Yeah.
I hold the original Heat film in such high regard. I was like, "Ooh, will this taint that experience somehow?" But
Heat 2
I'm
fucking
curious.
rips. It rips.
Okay.
It
All right.
rips.
All right.
And I do recommend the audiobook. I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Because the guy who's reading has the Will Arnett voice.
Ooh,
Like which
great choice.
at first is a little jarring because he's like, get up, you piece of shit. You know, it's like that kind of a thing where it's like really over the top, but it makes it really enjoyable. Here's where I've been I've asked a few friends about this, and I'm curious if this is just like a blurred line.
Okay.
You get one guy narrating an audiobook, right? It's one guy. It's always just one guy. From what I know, it's always one guy, one person, guy, girl, whatever. Where do we land on them doing different racial voices?
This is,
You know what I'm saying?
this is a contentious thing.
Yeah. Have you heard people talk about this? Because I was there's every nationality is in Heat 2, and this man did all of them, and I was like, is this okay? Is this doesn't seem okay? I felt a little icky at points, but I was like, but if what else the reason? I don't know where that line lies.
So I was kind of jumping off the Will Arnett voice thing, right? My favorite book of all time is Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy.
Sure.
And did that for my honors thesis at college, and I'm a Cormac McCarthy scholar.
Yeah.
I hesitate to do that, but that's kind of like my thing. And
Yeah.
I listened to the audiobook. This is one of the lines that I crossed while I was writing my thesis, because I was like, I'm reading so much other shit. I need to just like immerse myself in the text. I'll do the book while I'm running errands and stuff, right? The audiobook rocks because they got this like dude with a really like Texan kind of drawl to his voice. So it sounds McCarthy-esque. It sounds country-esque. And I was like, fuck yeah, this rules. But a lot of nationalities in that book. There's African American characters. There's a lot of Spanish language stuff in there, and he kills most of it. But when he was doing like, I don't know, I assume it's a white guy, but when he was doing like the African American characters, there was definitely like an intonation tone change, and I was like, not sure if I needed that. That's fine. Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same guy who did, because I recently did the audiobook for No Country for Old Men. Because I'm wondering if it's the same guy, because he had the same sort of Texas drawl to it. Yeah. And it was great. I mean, it was like a perfect Cormac energy to it.
Yes.
But yeah, similarly, there was a few characters in that book that I was like, oh, if this is okay. So I'm glad we've talked this out. And neither of us have answers, but we both can feel good about feeling icky about it.
So one kind of situation where I found it was like good. We did this long drive. We moved from Queensland in Australia down to Victoria in Melbourne. It's like a 18-hour drive. And I was like, I'm going to listen to like a history book. And I got a book on the history of the like Aztec Empire and the Mayans and all that sort of stuff in that region of the world. Found out that it's actually the Mechica, and I was like,
Mm,
oh, okay, fascinating. I
cool.
didn't know that
Yeah.
until I heard someone say it out loud, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But it's an academic text, and then when they're doing like bits that focus on like actual people in that world, they got different voice actors to come in and do it.
The correct way.
So you've got like the academic voice, which is,
Yeah.
like probably some British person or whatever. And then
Yeah.
they outsourced it to someone. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that seems respectful, I think, to maybe just
That's
do it that way.
Yeah. I think that's the move. I think that's the move. Also, I'm shocked that that's what you listened to on that drive. That seems dense. So good on
it
you.
was so good. It was really,
Oh,
really
that's
good.
awesome.
It goes through, the discovery of the new world and the conquistadors and the genocide of the people and all that sort of stuff. But it really does like build up a really rich kind of tapestry of history. And man, I was like in the car by myself for 18 hours and it rocked. I was like, this is sick.
That's sick.
I'm immersed.
The rules. You're hyping me up further. I need to tackle more.
Well, I'm
I
going to
need
do
to
Heat
tackle
2.
more.
Now
All
that
right.
I've got the recommend, I'm going to do it. And I'm going
Yes.
to do the audiobook because Jeremy Bolm told me to.
That's if there was any point in having this conversation on a microphone, it's look, I am I came here as a sponsor of Big Audiobook to really, push sales. Michael Mann just sent me a Venmo.
Hell yeah, sick. Get that money. So I guess to kind of wrap things up, we can talk about the band coming back to Australia. You're bringing Militarie along for the ride. Bunch of dates in July. For people watching this, I will put up the dates on your screen right now, and there will be a link in the episode description for tickets, all that jazz. How stoked are you to come back? And are you mates with Ian Shelton? Are you guys homies? Did you guys like tick this up together? What's the deal?
Yeah, longtime friend of Ian's. We've toured with Militarie Gun before. Back in 2022, we did a US tour that had it's so funny just like to look back on that because it was only a couple years ago, but it was like Scowl, Militarie Gun, Vane, Touche, and just like to see how the success that Scowl and Militarie Gun have had since then is super cool. And yeah, so but I mean I've known Ian since Regional Justice Center was the only thing, and I'm just stoked to see all the work that he's put into Militarie Gun. It's very enjoyable. But yeah, looking forward to that. Also, I'm stoked that we're coming back already so soon. There was such a big gap between when we were there the previous time and the time before that. So I'm happy that we're getting back on the horse and really like making an effort. This year alone has been like the year of international. Like we did 8 weeks in Europe, then we did Latin America. We fly to Germany this weekend just to play 2 shows. And then we got Australia after that. And from Australia, we go to Asia. So like we are really putting in the effort in a lot of places we haven't been in these last bunch of years, or we, maybe neglected over the last 10 years. So,
I mean, you know, we were just talking about, Jeremy, like that's a lot of flights. It's a lot of audiobooks,
It's a lot of audiobooks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been listening. The one I'm on right now is the Leonard Cohen "I'm Your Man" because I've read all his poetry books, but this is and all of that. But like this is like the story of his life, and it is dense, but it's really enjoyable. But it's also like 20 plus hours, so I still have like 12 left. It's a commitment,
nice.
absolutely.
Well, look, we're very excited for you to come back. I only have a couple minutes left, so I'm going to wrap it up with a question. Last time I mentioned that I follow you on Letterboxd, and I still do. So I went and checked your profile to see what you've been watching, and I noticed that you gave the original Final Destination film 2 stars. I got to ask, what's the beef? What's wrong with Final Destination?
Final Destination has been a blind spot in my life, right? Halfway through rewatching this one, I was like, I know that I know what's gonna happen. I've seen this, and I looked, and I was like, oh, I logged this like 2 years ago or a year ago, or whatever. So I was like, I had watched this, but I was like, I should watch all these and then go see the new one, which I haven't seen yet. That first one kind of sucks. It kind of stinks. Have you watched Yeah, so I hear that they get better, and the new one looks like it rips. So like the first one is just there's a lot of slog in it. There's a lot of really bad. I mean, the acting in it is pretty tough, but you can't really expect much.
Like I'll be very brief, but the first one is like too straight, and then from the second one onwards, they realize that like it's kind of funny. So to like lean into the bit to make the setups like super ridiculous and so many
Yeah.
fake outs, and then it becomes like a little, it's like playing like a mousetrap, you know, like you got to
Yeah.
figure out like when things get triggered and how it all works, and like that's the fun part. No one gives a fuck about the story, don't care about the characters.
Totally.
Just like
And that's
Yeah.
what I think suffered with the first one, where I was like, I know this is going to get more fun because they realize what people are going to the theater for. It's to see the
Absolutely.
crazy deaths and all of that. Whereas, like, yeah, the first one's fucking and yeah,
boring.
there's some choices that are
Melodrama.
it's yeah, and also you know not very interesting characters either. Like the
Yeah.
guy who's just a dick for no reason at all.
So when he dies, it feels earned. That's why.
Right, and you don't really even see it. You're like, they cut away. It's like
Rips.
you've been
Rips.
building this guy to die up the whole time, and now you don't even get to earn it. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited to take the journey and to see the newest one. Hopefully, I'll have
Yeah,
watched all of
I'm-
them.
I'm excited to do that too. I mean, I'm gonna do that on recommend. I think we might wrap things there. It's so good to chat with you again, my friend. And yeah, can't wait to see you down here.
Fuck yeah, it's been a joy. It's always nice to see you.
Awesome. Thank you, dude.
Hello, Owen popping in to say, please sign up for the TPD Patreon. This is what helps us keep the lights on and keep the show going. The link is at the bottom of your screen right now, patreon.com/tpdpod. All of our patrons get exclusive access to Side B of our roundup episodes, so you get a few extra tracks, as well as our feature album discussion and the full show experience. Our patrons also get exclusive access to behind the scenes, off the cuff chit chat from all of our guest episodes. But the patrons are the ones who make all of this happen. For as little as $5 a month, you can sign up to the TPD Patreon, and it really helps us out, really helps us keep the show going. So shout out to all of our patrons, shout out to our executive producer patrons. You're the real ones. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the show.